Hello everyone, this is Carlos. Welcome back to another tutorial. This is the second part of our pumpkin project. We just, for those that haven't seen the first part, I'm going to leave this link below in the comment section, and I'm going to pin it with also with each part of the different steps that we're going to be following, so that you can just click on the time and then go straight to that specific part of the project. Okay, so we just brought our different sets of geometry here. I'm just certain that I need to correct this one because we have duplicated this part, so bear with me. I'm going to solo it, show. Okay, so this part I'm going to get rid of because we have it separated in the other geometry set. So now I'm just going to selection until I'm able to just move this part on. See, hold on. Okay, let's see here. Okay, and continue, then delete, and we are ready. Okay, so now we are going to start naming our geometry here, and there we go. Let's double click here. I'm going to name it pumpkin. Good. And then I'm double clicking here. Let me just, this is going to be the stem. And then we're gonna be naming this one as top. Good. So we have this pumpkin, the stem, the top, and so on and so forth. So what I'm gonna be doing here is just start by going to my mesh and run a cleanup command. If you run a cleanup command, you will see here in our log console, if you run it, like in this case, I'm gonna go mesh and clean up, and there we go. You don't have anything to clean up supposedly, so same here, 0 results, so we're good to start. And I'm gonna start from the top to the bottom. You know, when we were in ZBrush, I ran this command to retopologize this stem, so we're good with this. I'm just hiding it for now, but I need to optimize this part because we don't have coherence between all of these parts of the geometry. So now I'm gonna go to Bifrost. Okay, so now what we need, now that we have opened the Bifrost editor, we need to create a graph. I'm gonna create a graph here. I'm gonna bring it up just to match almost the the position, at least in the y-axis of our geometry that are gonna be transforming with the Bifrost editor. And now I'm gonna create a simple sphere. All right, good. And I'm gonna zero it down on all of its axes. Good. I'm gonna put it like just in place here, like this. Good. And I'm gonna move it aside, and I'm gonna zoom out, and you will see this. Okay, good. We have a Bifrost graph, and I'm gonna put in here, like about here. Good. So now we're gonna be here. Oh, it's down, so I'm gonna go up, all the way up, and so that we can have this side to side. All right, so now that we have this, I'm gonna start from left to right, and I'm gonna go to my Bifrost graph. I'm gonna delete this, we don't really need that, and I'm gonna drag my top mesh here inside Bifrost. There we go. So what I'm gonna do is what I'm gonna need first is to create a volume representation that Bifrost can understand, so that it can create a more useful drawing, right, of my geometry, and that we can optimize it. So the best thing to do is to convert to volume. So I'm going to convert this mesh into a volume representation that Bifrost can understand. We're going to give it some time, and then we will say store level set, and we just have to wait. Okay, for some particular reason it made it up here, but I'm gonna delete that for now. And I just want to tell you to be aware that here we have this sort of like cloud. This is a volume representation of our geometry. I'm going to put it just aside this geometry so that we can see that. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna put it down, just about there. I'm gonna just double checking here to see if this is correctly placed. I believe that this is here, and it's good. Okay, well, we have it now. I'm just moving this aside, and boom, we are good to continue. So we have this, and then I'm gonna click on store level set, right? So we're gonna compare. When I zoom in and zoom out, we will see a lot of cubes here. These little cubes are called voxels. We have just we just went through a process that is called voxelizing. We are creating a 3D particle representation of the volume that has been converted into from the geometry of our top mesh. And why is that? Because Bifrost understands volumes better. Hence, that is the best way for us to convert this into a better or more easy to topologize mesh, because, well, Bifrost tends to create complex geometry and correct it a little bit as it's calculating, right? We have non-manifold surfaces there, and that is what we're trying to achieve. So good. Now I am going to increase the detail size just a tad. So I'm gonna place a 2 in here. No, sorry, not a 2. Well, let us, okay, 0, 2, and boom, it's going to be it's going to decrease in its size here, and it's very important for me to have it as close as possible to this. So I'm gonna start with another 5 there. No, not useful. Remember that. I will need to just erase this and place another 0, and we will see how it changes. Okay, good. I believe that this is better. It's more close, it's more accurate to this geometry that I have at the beginning. And so I'm going to be using this as my voxelized version of this. What are we gonna be doing now? We need to tell Bifrost, please Bifrost, try to transform this voxelized representation of my geometry into real, well, try to project geometry in all of my borders here so that we can fit that information into this piece of geometry that I created here, this sphere, so that we're going to transform this real Maya geometry into this representation. Well, we're going to taking this information of this voxelized representation into this specific geometry piece and take its form so that we can confirm it and then run a retopo so that we have a best representation of this. So now what I'm going to do is bring this node, control on marching cubes, and what this is going to be doing is taking my volume information and start drawing all this geometry in that. We're not able to see that with that less zoom, but if I go there you will see this. Okay, so I have this custom mesh. Let's see. Yeah, it's good, I think. So we're good to go. I don't need that much detail because we already fed that into our voxelized representation. What I need is to take this into my node editor. All right, so now that we have this, good, I'm gonna just close this like that. I'm gonna delete its helper. Okay, just that will help me to transform this voxelized representation of my this geometry and turn it into real geometry with this matrix of our sphere. How are we gonna do this? We're gonna bring up Bifrost to my node here. Yeah. Then I'm gonna take this and plug it here, and if everything went okay, we will have this there. And modify, I'm gonna center the pivot, I'm gonna put it down here, I'm gonna bring it here. Okay, I just had a mistake here. Perspective view, there we go. And we will see now that we have a corrected, more detailed version of this. So what I'm gonna do now is just go to my modeling, back to modeling. I won't need this anymore, so I'm gonna close this so that you can see better. Close this as well. And then now that I have this, I'm gonna go to mesh, I'm gonna run a cleanup. It has a positive result, and then I'm gonna go to mesh and retopologize. So ignore and continue, and here we have retopo, but I think that I'm gonna increase this. Okay, so undo, and there we go. I think that this is fair enough. Not, maybe I can increase it a little bit. How about 8? Remember that I'm trying to get the closest to this. All right, so undo, Okay, I'm gonna go mesh, retopologize, and remember I was trying to give approximately 1800. Good. Tolerance, I'm gonna lower it down like 5. Preserve hard edges, of course, and I'm gonna go retopologize, ignore and continue, and this will take some time, but now we will be able to have this perfected geometry here. So we just need to wait, and maybe I can pause it. It's done, right? It updated, good. And now we can freeze transformations and stuff, and we will be able to have our retopo mesh with consistency between both parts, and well, we skipped non-manifold modifications, and I believe that this is the best result that we can get for this now. Right, so this is just the top, and we have the stem as well. Good. Let's put the stem on its place. So I'm gonna use it above this geometry. If you can see, now we are able to place it in a more accurate way, right? For we have this more even geometry below. So I'm gonna move it at the top, place it there, and this is good. We have a better geometry here than here, and well, this is just a helper, so now we may be able to delete that. Good. This is the original. We don't really need that anymore, so I'm gonna delete it. I'll put this aside. For the next part is bringing this back and see. We have some fairly inconsistent geometry here. So what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and repeat the process with this. So alright, just let me double check here. Initial shader, standard surface 1. Okay, I'm gonna just change this existing material standard surface 1 as well. No, right, don't worry. And what I'm gonna do is assign the material Arnold, and I will assign a standard surface like that. I would name it stem. Alright, yeah, stem it is. Alright, it's not quite what I wanted, so forget about that. I'm gonna leave it like this, and maybe I'm just gonna use this thing. System CPU not GPU, yes. And let us create ourselves a quick Arnold sky like this. Just use a custom mega beer Vermin open and a lamp, and this one documents here, Copilot open, and I'm gonna use some materials here, open as well, environment open, and I'll use one of these. Let me just check on my which one of this one is the best to suit what we want. Materials, environment, 2K. I'm gonna use basic 2K3, right? Basic 2K3. That's the one. Open. Good. Just go to the so all right. So it should be gone now. Oh, it's gonna be starting to act weird. So why wouldn't I think of that? So, IPR. Good. So people, here you have it. This is the approach that we wanted. So now that what we're going to be doing is, oh, hold on, yeah, I need to change this view for you so that you can see what I'm seeing. And let me Arnold review. No. Okay. Don't you worry about that. Let me see, what can I do for you to see something? What is? No. Oh yeah, I know what I can do here. I'm gonna just attach it. Yeah. Let me just close it like that. And maybe I'm gonna go to open Arnold render view. Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. So view, shading, lighting, show, render. I'm gonna do this, and boom. You can see here. Thank you very much. That we were able to preserve our the best, right? We're able to preserve a lot, I would say, of the detail that we brought from ZBrush. We just do this exercise, yes, and it was a good approach. I believe so. I don't know. What do you think about it? It's just something that I for you guys. My best to deliver for you, the audience, just to learn some quick tips and tricks. And well, for now, this is it. We just achieved this part, and I'm so glad, because I thought that I would never finish this tutorial, and I've been feeling better myself. So well, the next part is going to bring this into Substance Painter, take care of those colors, and try to mimic that wonderful. Well, I know it's not wonderful. I'm not much of a big drawer or illustrator, but well, I do my best, as I just mentioned. And yeah, just thank you very much for spending some time with me up to this point. This will be the second part, and next part will be almost the last part, because we're gonna be taking care of texturing and then rendering out. Okay, maybe we could do something interesting with the scene. I have some ideas. So well, thank you very much for passing by. This is Carlos. This was VerminStudio. Subscribe. Remember, we're in YouTube, Instagram, Behance, Telegram, where we share some tutorials as well. And if you start joining my Telegram channel, then I will be more able to touch base directly with you, and maybe just well, start sharing metal knowledge, because yeah, to now I'm also an apprentice, and well, I believe myself as I picture myself as an apprentice now, because I'm also learning, and I just believe that maybe it would be great if I share what I know up to now for free, If you guys would like to support me anyhow, I have a PayPal, I have a coffee thing, but it's not mandatory. So I know how hard is to learn, or maybe to access the information that we are all seeking. So also, yeah, we need to UV this thing. Sorry for that, I was almost forgetting that, but I'll do it on the next part. So yeah, that's why I'm doing this, because maybe if I try to cover all of the most parts that I struggled so much when I was trying to learn back in the day, I would be doing something good for people that are out there trying to seek for some answers that are maybe difficult to access if you don't have enough money or enough guidance just to get a learning path, maybe outside school or whatnot, right? So this is just something for you, for the people that are out there having a hard time trying to reach for the knowledge. I mean, I'm not I'm not the wisest. I'm not the black belt of 3D, but at least I try to do my best to deliver something that you can rely on, and maybe you can just perfect it on your own net. So thank you very much again, and stay tuned. Bye bye.